My beautiful Timberwolves fans, how is it going? Back again. I'm Tyrus, host of Timberwolves Today. I caught the cold I said I wasn't going to catch. I believe in the last episode, I said I was starting to feel a tickle in my throat. And that tickle turned into me being sick for 24 hours. But we're back. And so here I am, recording an episode. Sorry if I sound gross. Let's get right into it, though. Those of you who follow the Timberwolves Twitter account, you could probably attest to this as well. Anthony Edwards thirst traps is all they've been posting. All they've been posting. Like, I don't know who's running it over there, but they have a crush on that man. And that's okay. He is absolutely jacked right now. Like, he looks like he's either ready to start powerlifting and win a Mr. Universe award or win an MVP. I hope it's an MVP. Because the other thing they've been posting outside of his thirst traps in the weight room would be him working on his mid-range game. Now, if you're a Timberwolves fan, you know how atrocious it was last year. I can't tell you the number of times I screamed at my TV because Anthony Edwards would dribble in like 4 or 5 times and then just jack up a shot. It was sometimes they were good, most of the times they were not. I'm going to stand by that. I believe that is the case. Get mad at me if you want. I don't care. Like, he needed to work on it. So to see him working on it, I think has been a really good thing. People are saying, if that mid-range game is what we think it's going to be, he could win an MVP this season. And I don't disagree. I really don't. Like, I don't see how he won't be top 5 at least for votes for MVP. Top 3, I feel like could happen. Him winning one, definitely a long shot after the season we saw Shea have. If he does something like that again, or Joker comes back and he looks like he could win an MVP. He probably should have won him over Shea last year, but that's neither here or there. I think it's possible. I really do think it's possible. But Timberwolves Twitter has been doing something so weird. I think they've been doing it on their Instagram too. If you haven't noticed, they haven't been showing Ant's shoes. Like, we get cut off around the shin ankle area, and we don't get to see what he's wearing for shoes. Now, whether that's intentional or not, I don't know. I'm going to say it's intentional. And that's because he's been wearing the AE2s all summer long, breaking them in, getting used to playing in them so that when season comes around, he's not breaking in a brand new shoe right then and there. So Timberwolves have been informed of that, and they're taking pictures from the ankles up, and that's like a NDA, like, do not break that. You cannot show his shoes, which is crazy because it's the NBA being told what to do by Adidas. But I do think that's the case. Like, I think the AE2 is finally coming out, which is a bummer because I really still don't think there's a lot that needed to be improved about the AE1s. I think the AE1s are like one of the best basketball shoes I've seen and played in ever. They're comfortable, they're lightweight, they don't slide very easily in my opinion. So one of the best shoes. Hopefully the second one improves on it, but Adidas does scare me because they're not known for improving on their shoes the more they come out. Like, I think they kind of get lazy at a certain point. Case in point, the James Harden shoe. The first one that came out was iconic. It won several awards, as did Ants, as did Donovan Mitchell's, the Spida. That's what it's called. But I hope they don't mess it up, and I hope they make a high top because I'm a high top king. I think people should be playing in high tops. I don't think it weakens the ankles. That's the argument to be had. That's dumb thing to argue. But yeah, I think that's why Timberwolves social media has been posting Anthony Edwards from the ankles up. He's got new shoes on that they can't show. So let me see those feet. Next point. The short answer to this question, this is how frustrated this one is going to get me. Should the Timberwolves sign Ben Simmons? Short answer, absolutely not. Long answer, wouldn't be a horrible idea. Wouldn't be a bad one. I think he's a guy who he needs somewhere he could work into the rotation. He's a veteran. At the end of the day, he's a veteran. If he can come in and be healthy, not try to sign for more than like $5 million a year or $5 million for a year or whatever, like, he doesn't deserve more than the veterans minimum, but he's going to get it because it's Ben Simmons, and everyone thinks that Ben Simmons is still in there somewhere. Ben Simmons is not there. He's in Philly somewhere. along with the ghost of Markelle Fultz, Jahlil Okafor, and whoever else. Like he's not there. And I don't think it would be a bad idea for this reason. And that's because he can play the point guard position. That's what he was drafted to be. It didn't work out that way. He's been playing more power forward as far as I'm aware, but he's kind of a positionless guy, so he could slide anywhere between the 1 through 4 for us realistically. And I don't think he would be a bad bench depth option. Like, let's say the point guard position is Mike, Dante, and then it's, you can kind of go Rob or Ben, or, Ben Simmons can slide anywhere through there then. Like, he could even play shooting guard behind Ant. Or you can have Dante at the 2 behind Ant and then play Ben at the 1 behind Conley if Rob's not ready. Like, signing Ben Simmons isn't a horrible idea, but it is. You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to get Ben Simmons who's hurt 80 games out of 82, it's a horrible idea. It's a waste of $5 million. But if we're going to get the Ben Simmons who can actually contribute, which is a rare Ben Simmons, I realize, but that would be honestly very, very helpful for the Timberwolves. A lot of teams are interested in signing him is the biggest problem, though. Like, the Celtics are looking at him. I think the Clippers are wanting to bring him back. I want to say the Blazers were on a report I saw today. And, it's team, like, they don't really have much more cap than us, if any. But that's where the cap, like, starts to affect us when we want to sign guys. That's why we only brought back our guys and we didn't bring in anyone crazy. That's why we still haven't signed anyone like Malcolm Brogdon or any of those guys who were free agents, veterans, and we could get them at the minimum, but they're not going to take it if they have a better option. Like, I don't know how many of you guys played 2K in my league. Like, those veteran guys who played on good teams or might have won championships still think they deserve like $5 to $6 million a year. Like, they're not going to just come in and be like, oh, veteran minimum, play on a contender. Yeah, I'm good with that. No, not all the guys think like that. Now, Jeremy Lin, 2019, who wanted to win a ring, absolutely thought it like that. That guy was out for one reason. Same with Marc Gasol, to be 100% honest. Dude is so old by 2019. Like, that team is iconic. Not a Raptors channel, but love that championship. Raptors also not the team of the North. Let's be serious here. Toronto is farther south than Minneapolis, where the Timberwolves play. Sorry, not sorry. Minneapolis is the team of the North. All eyes north. Just saying. I'm just saying. But who would we want to see in the playoffs, Let's say we go in with the current roster we have. We kind of got a mixed bag of it the last 2 years. We've seen the Nuggets. We've seen the Lakers. We've seen the Warriors. The Suns. And I'm probably forgetting one in there, but I feel like we double up. Oh, obviously OKC and Dallas. Like, we've kind of seen them all, and it's like we've seen everyone, but the teams aren't the same as they were, Like, if we go back to my prediction, the Wolves are somewhere between the 3 and the 6. So the teams like I'm most curious to face against right now are probably the Lakers with Luke and LeBron with more games together under their belt. Like, they did not look like a good team when we saw them in the playoffs last year. But I think Luka's going to be a lot healthier and in a better headspace than he was in that playoff series. Wouldn't want to see him. The Warriors, that's a team I think I'd want to see. I'm sorry, like Jimmy Butler and Curry, like, that's not getting me moved, Like, Kuminga's not going to be back there. He wants out, so they're going to have to sign and trade him somewhere. They're not going to get anything nearly as good back, so they're going to be down their third option, I guess you could call them. I wouldn't mind seeing the Warriors again, to be honest with you. Like, Curry's the only one that scares. Curry and Jimmy are the only one that scares me. If they score 80 a night together, the Wolves can contain the other guys. Like, it's not a scary team. Obviously, there's other teams I'd like to see, like the Kings and the Spurs and whoever, but they're not going to make it. The Rockets with KD. It's interesting. Does it scare me? Yes. Yeah, seeing the Rockets in the playoffs would terrify me, especially in round 1 if we were to slip somewhere to like the 6 and they're the 3. Not exactly how I want to start it off, but we've swept them before. KD, that is, not the Rockets. So seeing the Rockets at KD could be interesting. Yeah, you know what? Give me the Rockets in the playoffs. Give me the Rockets and the Warriors right now. OKC, do not give me OKC round one. I'll take the Grizzlies round one if it came down to it. I think that's kind of all of my playoff. The Clippers, absolutely give me those guys round one. Those goofballs will not be healthy come April. Sorry, not sorry. It's kind of just is what it's going to be there. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Go ahead. Tell me who you guys want to play in the playoffs. Please. What am I saying? I will be better by next episode, hopefully. But if I'm not, you're going to be stuck with the sick voice for a little bit longer. You guys take care. The brain fog from all the cold medicine is telling me to tell you that Luke Ridnour is the Timberwolves player that I need to mention. Take care. See you guys next time.